Hello, hello, hello. Learn with me. I'm Meenakshi Sharma. Today I'm going to explain you the poem written by Emily Dickinson, A Day. She was born in 1930 and passed away in 1956. So she is known as a very prolific, eminent poet of that time period, as her poetry actually got a real recognition after her death. Means all the work was posthumous work, which has given a real recognition after death. During her lifetime, she lived a very reclusive, very isolated life. So she didn't like to mix up with the people. So she was a very introvert type of personality. And all her work was published by her sister after her death, and she gained a name and fame. So today I am going to explain you a poem, and her poems are full of imageries and symbolic meaning, and generally she writes about the contemporary issues such as life, love, death. So today we are going to learn A Day, which is divided into 4 stanzas. As A Day poem written by Emily Dickinson, this is a lyrical as well as written in a metaphysical sense. So in this poem the writer tries to glorify the beauty of nature as well as the uncertainty of death. So the whole poem is divided into 4 stanzas. Let us begin with the first 2 stanzas. In the first 2 stanzas, writer tries to glorify the nature as well as the natural cycle. For example, I will tell you how the sun rose, a ribbon at a time. The stepper swam in amethyst, the news like a squirrel ran. So in the first stanza, unknown or unnamed child is describing the poem. So by wearing the persona of child, writer in a very confident way describes the sunrise. I will tell you how the sun rose, a ribbon at a time. So ribbon symbolizes the rays of the sunlight, the first rays of the sunlight with which everything ignites and illuminates, it disseminates the brightness in the nature. The stepples swam in the amethyst, and the meaning of stepples means the topmost portion of the church, and the amethyst means it is a metaphor which means a precious purple color stone. So here, as we start our ritual by praying, worshipping, by freshening up our everyday, so in a similar manner the stepples swam in the amethyst. So by using this personification, writer has attributed a human characteristic to the nature also. The way human being starts their day, in the similar manner with the sunrise, even the ritual activity starts. So the stepper swam in an amethyst, the news like a squirrel ran. So with this simile, writer tries to tell us what? With the sunrise, everything seems to be very clear, and there's an hustle and bustle as well as everything comes in a motion. So the news also disseminates like a squirrel ran. As a squirrel moves in a very fast pace, in a similar manner with the rays of sunlight, everything illuminates the surrounding. So similarly in the second stanza, the writer tries to glorify the natural beauty by saying the hills untied their bonnets. Hills untied their bonnets means once there's a darkness, hills or the greenery is covered with the fog or the darkness, but when the rays of light falls upon it, it seems very clear. So as if someone has taken out the cap. So when light falls upon the hill, slowly the hill represents a very picturesque view or a very beautiful view. So the bobolink begun. So bobolink is a type of American bird which starts singing a melodious song. So with the sunrise, every activity come in motion and it becomes very lively in nature. Then I said softly to myself, and who is analyzing actually all these activities? A small child is enjoying the nature and its activity. That's the reason the child says to himself. Then I said softly to myself, that must have been the sun. So all these is controlled by the sun. So your writer tries to glorify the sunrise with the birth, as when a child birth takes place in a family, it becomes a matter of celebration. So in a similar manner with the sunrise, all the activities are in motion. As you have seen, there's a hustle and bustle, there's a movement. With the sunrise, everything comes in a motion, very flamboyant or very lively environment. But in this 2 stanza, Child is unable to describe. That's the reason he begins a stanza, but how he said, I know not. I can tell you everything in a confident way about the sunrise, but I'm a bit confused. What happens when the nature is enveloped with the darkness? That's the reason he says, but how he said, I know not. There seemed a purple style. Purple style, even the sun rays or the purple rays of the sunset time period, and the style indicates the ladder or a stairs. Yes, stairs can have a symbolic meaning, stairs of life struggle. So how we all are struggling to reach to a particular destination or to achieve our goals. So which little yellow boys and girls were climbing all the while. So even the little boys, after doing their everyday activity, they are also returning back to home. So little when they reach the other side, till they reach the other side, a domini in a grey. A domini in grey means after every day starts, there is an end. So the day starts with the sunrise and the day ends with the sunset. In a similar manner, as our life is a journey from a womb to tomb. So it starts from a womb and a domini in a grey. Domini means a pastor or a teacher or a clergyman. Means someone is waiting. So your writer has created a scenario of life after death. Means in the heavens someone is waiting to take us away to start a new journey. So a domini in a grey, but gently up the evening bar. Gently up the evening bar. So nothing is clear. Everything is unclear. What happens, where the person goes, what happens, as after the sunset, every activity turns out to be very inactive. Nothing is in motion. So it seems a very gloomy kind of atmosphere, and let the flocks away. So a domini in a grey will come and take the human beings to another journey. So in the two stanza, writer has created a life after death scenario. So finally or overall we can say, through this poem, writer is reinforcing on, it's very important we have to cherish and seize the each and every moment, and we have to find the simplicity in life rather making our life complex. So from a child's perspective, what is clear, that is perceived. What you cannot describe, don't get stuck in it. If you find this helpful, please do like, comment and share and subscribe. Learn with me. Thank you.